I watched my channel, Clodbuster. So it's been a while since I did a video on the 5th scale Clodbuster. It's because I've been really busy at work. I own a custom exhaust shop. I do like custom exhaust systems on a lot of muscle cars, race cars, trucks, things like that. And summer's definitely my busy season, but I haven't been neglecting the Clodbuster, and I definitely haven't given up on the project. So let me pop the body off, and I'll show you what I've been working on. So I've done a bit more welding and bracing throughout the whole thing, and let me flip this over and show you the underside. So if you take a look where the suspension links bolt to the chassis, you'll see there's a bracket on each side of the suspension joint. That's called double shear. So double shear, you have a bracket, your suspension joint, and then another bracket, and then the nut and bolt. If it were a single shear, you would have the bracket, the joint, and then just the nut and bolt. So double shear is way stronger, so that's what I did everywhere. So this setup, double shear, is much stronger. So I welded a bunch more tabs in, all over. Did a lot more welding on the frame. It's starting to get heavy too. Right now this thing weighs about 45 pounds. I've also been very busy machining a lot of small parts like bushings and spacers. So let me pop this wheel off and show you what I got. So I fabricated these axle housings out of steel. They're all MIG welded together because I wanted this thing to be strong. I wanted it to take impacts and never break. But the knuckles, these are from the DBXLE. They're just plastic. I'm probably going to make some out of steel. The rear ones are aluminum. Still, I think that's too weak. I think I'm going to have to go with steel. But let me pop these out and I'll show you what I've been working on. So if you take a look at the knuckle, these are, like I said, these are from a DBXLE. And if you own one of those cars, you know what I'm talking about. They fit really loose on there. They got a lot of play. So I made up some bushings right here. These right here, these are made out of a very high strength steel, and they're heat treated after I machined them. So, and these just fit right in here like that. And they fit real snug, as you can see. And then those go right over here. I fabricated this. And these are the axle shafts from the DBXLE. And then you just pop the bolts in. So now with those bushings I made, when it's all bolted up, it's nice and tight, there's no play. When these things were on a DBXLE, there was a lot of play in them, so it's nice and solid now with something this weight. And then I'm hoping this thing will hit 50 miles an hour. And with a truck this size, speed, and weight, everything's got to be made very precise. So that's nice, it's nice and tight, shouldn't be a problem. So let me pop this wheel back on. And for batteries, I'm running the 2 4-cells, so it's a total of 8 cells. And these are New Wave 8,000 millis with a 100 seat discharge rate, so it's a good amount of power. And they go one right here, one back there. Alright, so batteries are in, and I'm running electronics from the low C DBXLE. This big 800 kV dynamite motor, dynamite speed control. There's forward, there's reverse. So it's all wired up. I still have to hook the steering up. There's no steering yet. But it's going to be 4-wheel steering. There's going to be a servo mounted at each axle with all the linkage behind the axle so it's out of harm's way. Now as far as radio gear goes, this is the Spectrum DX2E from the DBXLE. Problem is, it's a 2-channel. So steering, forward and reverse. There's no 3rd channel for rear wheel steering. So I also have this. This is a DX4C. This is 4-channel. And I was using this in my Tamiya TXT2 Agrios. So I mean, it's a nice radio. The only thing I don't like about it is you got your steering, forward and reverse. The rear steering is right here. So if you're driving this, you gotta kind of reach up. It's not too comfortable. It's kind of out of the way. It's awkward. So if anybody knows or has any suggestions as far as radio gear goes, definitely let me know in the comment section. So if any of you guys know about that stuff, I'm not an expert in that area, definitely I value your input big time. So let me know about that. Let me know about some radio gear. So I made this entire chassis out of stainless steel tubing. It's very high strength, relatively lightweight, but it's very corrosion resistant. 304 stainless tubing. I made all suspension links. They're all steel axle housings. They're going to hold the low C DBXLE gear set, so no problem with strength there. Shocks, these are for an X-Max. They're made by Integy. Piggyback shocks, mean they got this little reservoir, holds a little extra oil. All the electronics, again, from low C DBXLE. They're just good, proven components. Wheels and tires, these are for low C MTXL. And the body, this body started out as an X-Max body. Now it's a clodbuster body. So that's about it for now. Next video I'll have steering done and hopefully drive shafts, and that's all I need to get this thing going. So it's been a long time. I've been working on this for a while. I can't wait to get it going. I still have a little bit more bracing to do on the chassis. I gotta go from here to here. Also from here to up here. But I cannot do that till all the other pieces are made, so I gotta get the drive shafts done, then onto all that. And this thing can be ready to rip. So good night, take care, see you next time. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe.